It's a super tired day. I like blocked my dad in the driveway, so I had to get up early to move my truck, even though the keys were in it. So I'm extra sleepy. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna get the Evo back today. Jamie's gonna be out of town, so we won't have time to tune it till tomorrow morning. So today, I ripped over to Tommy's shop, and we're gonna do some stuff on my dad's car so I can get it back to him. He was gonna come over and hang out and work on it with me today, but he got busy, and I wanna get the car back to him. So the first thing I'm gonna do is pop these wheels off and go get some new tires mounted. I don't know if I showed you guys this before. Even though these tires like are kinda good, they're really noisy, and if you look up close, they're actually like dry rotted. Not the easiest thing to see on camera, but you can take my word for it. So looking at these tires too, it's always a good idea to keep an eye on your tire wear. If you look, they're super worn on the inside. A lot of people confuse this with camber wear, but when you see it this drastically, it's usually a sign of toe being off. So there's a good chance that this car hasn't had an alignment for a very long time. So once I get the new rubber on, I'll at least bare minimum put some toe plates on it to make sure that it's towed correctly. The manufacturer date on these tires also says 2006 to give you guys an idea of how junk these are. You can even feel the compound super hard. Now what I got them aren't the prettiest tires in the world, but from my experience, they're a good all-around tire. They'll come on a lot of newer like German cars and stuff where you are paying a little bit more money since it is a good tire. This is the new version of the Super Sports. It's the PS4S. Things are sick in the rain and in the dry, and I don't have to worry about my dad being unsafe with them. All right, we're gonna be doing some brake stuff today too. You know, with me, everything always escalates, so I ended up getting some dumb caliper paint. Gonna do a couple little things on the car today to get it finalized and back to my dad, but one of the things is gonna be brake jobs. So we got some pads, some rotors. They're the same ones I have in my S15. I like these guys. Gonna convert it to stainless lines, but so what I'm gonna start doing, since there's other stuff I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull the calipers off so I can start painting them, and that way while they dry, I can do some of the other stuff. What are you doing, dude?
I really have been doing a terrible job filming. I already like painted the whole of the calipers and stuff. I think the only thing I really missed filming was the, before I paint them, you see me like buffing the Nissan logo?
Yeah.
So that way when I go to take the paint off the Nissan logo, it's already buffed underneath and I don't have to do it.
Dang. Yeah. See how smart this guy is, guys?
It's like I've done this 17 times.
I wouldn't know. I get all my shit powder coated.
I would love to, I just don't
it just
have
sucks.
the time for the car to be down.
It sucks to.
I'm surprised you're not the type of guy who just have like a powder coated set just laying around on hand.
I have a bunch of sets, but I don't use those anymore.
What,
so
you do?
Yeah, I have a bunch of sets that are just not powder coated.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't use those ones anymore.
Got it.
So keep going, dude.
Oh.
What, you want to talk about line wrenches to your?
Yeah, dude, I've never used line wrenches before. They're pretty great.
Why are they great?
Because you don't break things.
They don't slip. Why'd you say uh-oh?
Oh, these must be the rear rotors.
No.
Yeah.
Those look big. You didn't get GTR rotors, did you? Walking up.
Dude, I hate wearing shorts.
Why?
If you can see my legs, you can see through my sad soul. All right, so, yeah, I'm gonna out with the junk. Would be a nice time to do new studs, but it's like hard to not get carried away.
It is, right? Now you're getting it.
This is how I am. I just don't usually go overboard like you because I don't like having cars down.
Dude,
so.
every time something touches something else, I want everything that touches each other to get replaced. I got new wheel bearings for this thing. I got studs. I got knuckles. I got new dust shields. I got it all.
For this?
Yeah.
Do you?
Look, now he's walking back over there. Why didn't you just put it on one of the expensive wheels instead of the seat? You wouldn't have to walk as far.
I used one of these as a jack stand before.
Oh, you used one of the Yankees.
Yeah, but not as a jack stand.
Yeah, a safety stand.
Safety. And they did save my life. The jack like collapsed and the wheel caught it.
The Harbor Freight jack.
Yep. Why is it that every person uses Harbor Freight jacks?
I think because all jacks are junk in my experience. Every jack I've had was junk. So I was like, fuck it. Also, doesn't it bother you that that looks like it's going to go the wrong way?
I was literally about to explain that. I'm glad they have a sticker because the P2M brakes that I've used before are the same thing. A lot of people see the slits, but what you really have to pay attention to is how the inside.
The veins?
Yeah, the veins. But these, if you look, they're not they're like straight, you know?
Oh, okay.
They're not angled, so usually you want to take advantage of the cooling. But look.
And normally these slots go the other way, so they like, I don't know why. But there you go. Black rotors always freak me out.
Really?
So first time you touch the brakes, it's not black anymore?
Yeah, so they wear, the reason why I like these, I used to use the P2M ones, but and they're like all like they kind of look like they have a zinc coating on them or something, but the inside gets like oxidized.
Right.
Where I had these on my S15 and I really liked them because the inside stays black and looks brand new.
Everything stays good except for where the pad touches and that just wears away.
Yep.
That's pretty rad.
It looks really nice. So anyway, I got that, and now I just got to start rebuilding the front calipers and I can start putting them on.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Okay, I heard some kerfuffle going on over here. What is going on?
This is the part where you film me messing. Well, dude, I have to like so carefully. It's hard because.
Wait, what are you trying to get the letters off?
Yeah, this is how I do it.
You don't have the steady hands or the tools to pull off a procedure like that.
Dude, it's so risky.
It's risky business. You're not even touching the fucking thing, are you?
Yes, I am, dude.
Just go for it.
It takes a while.
You know what'd be cool is if you could just touch it on the grinding wheel. It takes a while. I have to sit here the whole time?
I'll film it when I'm done. That's
wow, it takes a while.
Well, I can do it faster, but with all this wiggling.
Can I hold it?
You think that's a good idea? See, these were easy because I just like laid them like that and then hit them. Look how good that came out. I didn't film that yet.
Dang.
Not bad, right?
That's perfect. I mean, well, you couldn't ask for a better.
For spray paint? Like,
yeah, you can't ask for a better.
So in case anyone's curious, there's 3 stages. First stage is red caliper paint. Second stage is like a metal flake, and then the third stage is a high temp like engine clear. So.
And they hold up good.
Yeah, I mean not terribly. They've been on my Skyline forever. If you had a freaking vise.
You would put your freshly painted calipers in it? Okay.
Honestly, if I didn't have to clear them, it'd be easier to do it on the car.
What if you had that wheel on this and you could just touch it?
No, that'd be harder because you need to have like a lot of control. So like we normally use it on an air tool because it's way easier to.
Oh, yeah, because that's big and.
Yeah, this is big and annoying.
What about the right angle drill?
No, I'm just gonna have to do it. All right, guys, so after almost a day, I guess because I took longer trying to make them look all nice and everything, I've got the new stainless lines on with the new rotors and the new calipers, and it looks pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Even Tommy approves.
Did you say something about a 3-rotor?
What?
I heard rotors.
Shut up. But yeah, so now what I'm gonna do, before I go test drive it, I'm gonna try changing the plugs real quick to see if that gets rid of the little bit of a misfire. Are you gonna hang out so I can give you a ride, or are you leaving?
It's kind of late.
I don't know how long it'll take me to change plugs because
Probably about an hour.
What do you?
Phone, tweeting?
I can do it quick, but do you think I need to remove this pipe, or can I wiggle it out? For sure.
For sure.
Really?
That looks annoying.
Yeah.
Just run some carb cleaner through it, some Marvel's mystery oil.
Shut up.
So, I just built Adam a battery tie down. I want to say it's from the Use the big boy. So what are you doing right now?
Spark plug time. Freaking jungle gym.
I like ground time. Whoever did ground time, I like.
I don't like. I know that it does nothing, but I also don't want to take it off. God forbid.
You don't know what they rigged up with it?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. All of a sudden the car starts running like shit.
Yeah. So like that's why I've left all the ugly crap.
My Evo is covered in these.
Stupid.
Or nades.
Wow, Ty.
Dude, chill.
Yeah.
It's called editing, bitch.
He's not gonna edit that
I
out.
definitely won't.
It's alright, so anyway. You get a coil or you get a fucking spark plug out yet?
What?
Did you get one out yet? Yo, I got some coils you can use in this if you want. Or do you not want them?
I heard what happened to the last guy.
Fucked them.
It's kind of cool. This car's had a lot of really nice random parts on it that I just find when I'm dismantling stuff. So it actually has...
You got that?
HKS spark plugs. S30.
That's sick.
I bet this car has an aftermarket fuel pump already.
It's got to.
But
Who would
I'm curious
do-
if the plug was what was causing issues. So
Who would do a front mount and all that shit and not do the?
I think what I'm gonna end up gapping. Well, I'm gonna put new ones in because these things are probably pretty old. 22 to 26 is probably what I'll gap into, but I'm curious where they're at now. The spark might just be blown out. Yeah, so that's like a pretty big gap right now. It's like 32.032.
I thought people do 30.
On all my cars, we normally do like 22 to 26.
Okay.
Yeah. It depends on what plugs you're using. I'm gonna put BKR 6Es in it.
They're a little cooler.
6Es would be
One
higher
step.
number's colder, right?
believe
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sixes aren't that crazy. I'll go as far as putting 7s or 8s.
Yeah.
6s for like a stock setup is like usually what we'll go for, and they're cheap because they're coppers. I'm gonna like line these up though, and like kind of look at them for continuity.
Sure.
Plugs don't look that new, but they look very consistent, which is always a good thing. It's getting late, and I was about to be done. And then as I'm plugging the coil packs back in, I guess something that I wasn't really aware of, these plugs get super fragile, and they just started disintegrating as I was plugging them in, which is never fun. So if you look here, which one was it? Where'd you go? Oh yeah. It disintegrated, and I started trying to repin it, and I grabbed a plug off of one of his RB25 Neo harnesses, but it's different. But conveniently enough, I dug through Tommy's GTR chop shop and found what appears to be a much better condition of the same exact harness, hopefully actually. Let me look, because I would have a very bad time if I wanted to plug this in. The wires were different, but it does appear to be hopefully similar. It's getting kind of late, but I got the spark plugs done. I had to repin a couple of those connectors. And conveniently enough, the brakes actually look phenomenal. You can see them through the wheel, which I didn't think you'd be able to. Look at how cool it looks in the front. I think a little bit bigger spacer would probably look pretty rad on this thing, but no, those brakes actually did a lot for the car. That's sick. So I got to bed those in, and I'm gonna try seeing if I can turn the boost up and get away with it. I don't think it's a fuel pump issue. I think that it was indeed the spark plugs, but we'll see. First impression, these brakes, what do you think? Pretty good, right?
They're solid.
They're a little touchy. I started bedding them in. You can smell them kind of like heat cycling.
Oh yeah, you can smell them.
I went with the HPS pads, now the HP Pluses like I have on my R32 because it just makes so much dust. So I figured this would be a little bit better with a street pad than like a street track pad. They still stop really well. Boost wise, I did crank it up, no more breakup. I think it was just a spark thing. I think it's blowing up the spark.
Super smooth.
So I have it running about 0.8 bar right now. It'll kind of like go to a bar and then fall off and hold at like 0.8 bar. So I could probably have it a little bit higher, but I just don't want it to be going over, 14.7 pounds or whatever, because that is when the ceramic blades like to blow apart. So show that boost gauge. So you guys can kind of see. And she rips. So here, I'll have you film a pull and you can kind of show the boost gauge if you want.
Yeah.
But these tires feel sick too. It moves. I want to go around some curves. We ain't got none. Trying to get it to make a pop.
Yep.
This thing is so smooth.
She pops a little bit.
The blow-off valve's not working right now, which I don't want to complain about, but I gotta make sure all the lines are hooked up. Let's see how she corners. Holy crap, dude, these tires are good. This thing's fast now, too. Brake test.
Feels good.
Are you ready for a pull? All the way to red line? Still falls off a little bit, but like, this thing's ripping, dude. This is like a very easy car to just rage.
Yeah.
Like, this is probably like more fun to drive it backwards than my Skyline, just because you can drive the crap out of it.
And you're not like scared of it.
If my Skyline was NA, it would feel like this.
Yeah.
Listen to those noises. Sounds sick. That's sick, dude. My dad's gonna like it. The turbo doesn't really feel as big as like I thought it would, which is rad. It's still very responsive. Let's see out of curiosity, like when it's at full boost. So, all right, downshift to third. Or I'll go. Yeah. So we're at $3 grand right now. I'll floor it. Full boost before 4. But like it's not really lugging it that much, so you know it's hard to tell. But it moves pretty quick.
Yeah, it does. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm very stoked on this thing. It's like the tires are super like quiet, smooth. Is that a cop?
Yeah, it is. I think it's 2 of them again.
Probably waiting.
They must have heard we were in town, or maybe just me.
Okay, I'm gonna range the parking lot. Dude, this thing handles sick.
It does.
I kind of want to do that again. Brakes are good. Dude, it is so easy to drive this car fast.
Yeah.
This thing's sick.
It is cool.
All right, guys, we're gonna end the video here. I'm happy. There's no more breakup. The spark plugs did the trick. There's probably a little bit room to make a little bit more power by doing a like chip tune, because it probably goes a little bit rich at the higher boost levels. But I think this is a perfectly simple, stock, reliable setup. It doesn't feel like 300 horsepower. I would say, what do you think, Ty? 250?
I'd say 250. Yeah.
Probably picked up another 25, maybe 30 with the turbo upgrade, which isn't a lot, but for a nice simple upgrade. It's now to where I don't feel guilty having my dad drive this, to where
Right.
he's like driving around something that's ridiculously slow with me driving around fast stuff. This thing can get it, like, guys. Like this thing, my dad is gonna rip. Tell me that is not fun time.
It's fucking awesome.
It's sick.
It's cool.
Cool. Well, thanks guys for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Evo Tune Day.
Ooh, I can't wait for that.
That's gonna be sick.
There it goes.